The wheel of time turns, and ages come and go. What was, what will be, and what is, may yet fall under the shadow. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time. Hey everybody, welcome back to ThaxCast. As always, my name's Terrell. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite book series, The Wheel of Time, written by James Oliver Rigney Jr. under the pen name of Robert Jordan. It was originally planned as a 6-book series, but it now consists of 14 published novels. It also has a prequel novel and a companion book. He began writing it in 1984 and first published The Eye of the World in 1990. But in September of 2007, while working on his final volume, A Memory of Light, Robert Jordan passed away. Now, prior to him passing away, he and his wife Harriet sat down and interviewed Brandon Sanderson as a possibility to finish out the series. Harriet and Brandon Sanderson sat down and took extensive notes on how to finish the series based on what Robert Jordan wanted. Now, after they sat down and went through those notes, they decided there's no way they could fit that all into one novel and make it coherent. So they went ahead and split it into 3 different novels. The last book, which they did title A Memory of Light, was released January 8th in 2013. The series is noted for its length, its thoroughly developed magic system, its extreme number of subplots, its intricate detail of the fantasy world, and the just sheer number of named characters. There's over 1,800 named characters in this series. When The Eye of the World was published in 1990, it sold out of its first print of 40,000 copies within a couple of months. Books 8 through 11 each debuted at number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list. And in April 2016, Harriet confirmed that she's working with Sony Television to make a series out of it. So I'll try to briefly break down the magic system in this series. The one power comes from the true source, the driving force of creation, the force the creator made to turn the wheel of time. Saidin, the male half of the true source, and Saidar, the female half. They work with and against each other to move the wheel of time. As quoted in the book, the true source cannot be used up any more than the river can be used up by the wheel of the mill. The source is the river, the Aes Sedai the water wheel. Now the Aes Sedai being the ones that are trained to handle the one power. Now this book series does have a creator. Now they never refer to the creator as God, just as the creator. Now the creator created the Dark One at the beginning of time. The Dark One's true name is Shaitan. Now the creator imprisoned his opposite, Shaitan, or the Dark One, at the beginning of time and sealed him away from Earth. However, in a time called the Age of Legends, a group of Channeler Aes Sedai ran an experiment that inadvertently breached the Dark One's prison, allowing his influence to seep back into the world. In response to this threat, the wheel spun out the dragon, a channeler of immense power, to be a champion for the light. Now the dragon rounded up Aes Sedai and his companions to go seal away the Dark One's prison. Ultimately they were successful, but during the sealing away, the Dark One lashed out and tainted the Saidin half of the true source. This taint left an impression on the male Aes Sedai that ended up driving them mad. After the male Aes Sedai went mad, it was said they broke the world, which is basically they nearly destroyed it. And in the process, they basically sent humanity back to what was essentially a medieval type period. The Aes Sedai reconstituted and guided humanity out of this dark time. But mankind now lived under the shadow of a prophecy that the Dark One would break free from his prison and the dragon would be reborn to fight him once more. And although he's humanity's only hope to succeed against the Dark One, it said he would devastate the world a second time in the process. Now, the way that Saidin is tainted by the Dark One is described as a rancid oil slick on top of some pure water. So the water itself is pure, but to touch the water, you have to go through the rancid oil. And it's through this process of touching the dark, filthy oil that drives the men crazy. Now, all of what I've just told you is just backstory to this huge series. So I encourage you to go out and read the entire thing. Now, it's worth noting that the first book starts off a little bit slow. It's setting up a 14-book series and introducing new characters and plot points. So it takes to about chapters 6 through 8 or so before anything really interesting happens. But once you hit that point, it's hard to put the series down. Now, there are points that feel a little bit slow when you're reading through the series. But upon rereading them, a lot of the points that I thought were slow really didn't feel that slow at all. Now, if this has sparked an interest for you at all, get ready, because you got about 12,500 pages to get through. But happy reading. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate you coming by. As always, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave your comments. I'm always curious to see what you have to say. Down below, I'm going to leave a couple of links on how you can contribute to Hurricane Harvey relief, and I would greatly appreciate it if you'd go down there and contribute what you can. Remember to subscribe. I try to put out new videos every week. Thanks for coming by, and be good to each other, and have a good one.